Hello again, and thank you for joining Jeff and Jenny's Classic Restorations. Before I start today, I just wanted to thank all my subscribers and also to Martin Butler at Retro Restore for all his stickers he sent me. So we'll carry on today, and as you know, we're restoring a 1972 Mobylette X7. Hello again, and before we start, so I'll just sort of show you the mess we're currently in. I did completely sort out the shed, make a little bit more room for the other side for the red Honda Stream, but obviously now the orange Suzuki FZ50 is now in the way. So now, as the wife mentions, I've now got a kind of a motorcycle museum in here, or moped museum. So the Mobylette I probably will sell once it's eventually up and running. And also I'll just show you one thing that came. This was the new wing mirrors. I haven't tightened them down yet because I might have to move it in and out a little bit, but it's now got its wing mirrors fitted. So I have tried them, and they do give you a good view both ways from behind. So we'll get on with the today's job. Okay, so this will be today's job. This is the side panels, which I like to think of as the icing on the cake, even though we still haven't got an engine started yet. So I will get on with these. Obviously they need a wash first, and a lot of the paint's flaking. But if I can get all this off, I certainly hope so. And I did try it out when I did the front mud guard, which is the same sort of plastic. I did use acetone. I'm very cautious of using acetone on plastic because it generally melts it, but it did seem to hold up, so I may be able to use a little bit of acetone to help getting these stickers off and all this loose paint. I'll also show you a few other little things. I have done most of the cables now. I've just ordered a new back cable, that's all I needed, and a few more bolts and screws just to finish it off, and then eventually within a week or so we can actually go, hopefully, to try and start the engine. But at the moment we'll get on, and I'll give these a wash, and I'll come back to you once they're washed. Here we are back now after washing it. I managed to remove the stickers, which lucky enough has removed the paint. So I am obviously going to have to sand this at some stage, but I'm going to just, this is not ideal for plastic, but it's not, doesn't seem to be damaging it. I'm just going to just gently go around, get the worst of it off. Anything else that's stuck later on I can just sand down, but see, it does come off using this. I've got to sand it all anyway, but I'm not putting any deep gouges in it. Just going to gently get these flakes off. So this is going to be the most boring video if you wanted to watch me doing this. So I'm just going to plod on, and I'll come back to you once I've got the whole panel completely stripped with paint. As it's going to take a time. But I say I will just gently go around trying to flake these bits off, and then whatever's left I can use perhaps a bit of acetone and then sand it all down. There will be, someone's had a go at painting these little bits before, but all these bits will need to be sanded down and that. So I'm going to get on and do this. It's going to be very boring, and you won't want to watch this for a couple of hours. So I'll come back to you once all this is all stripped. Well, here we are. Finally done. Absolute nightmare. Took ages and ages with a few family breakdowns to attend to in the meantime, and take the wife to work. But I've just come back. It's finally stripped. I did use acetone. It hasn't affected it at all. The good thing was with the acetone, if you let it dry for a little bit, and then some of it came off a bit like a paint scraper with a heat gun. So most of it, it's all off now, all the little bits. I'm just going to go over here where the stickers were, just a little bit rough. So I'm going to use some 600 grit paper just to go over there, and then finally go over the rest of it with some 1200, and then that will be ready for primer. So the other side is not as bad as the this side, so I will colour that the other side, but concentrate mainly on the front. There's a few little scratches that were in there anyway, so I'm just going to go over with this sandpaper for a bit and see. Actually, though, we were going to start with this one, weren't we? So I'm just going to go over where the stickers were, and just smooth this down a little bit. And so you can actually clean this off afterwards with acetone. It doesn't affect it, so that will be good for getting ready to paint. So this is where the stickers were. Yeah, that's coming back okay. So I'm going to go over, do that for a little bit, and I'll come back to you in a minute. Okay, got the mask on, so I don't know if you can hear me. I've gone over now with some acetone as well. That's just dried. So I've got some, I've got the Halfords, some plastic primer. Had quite good reviews. So we'll see how this goes on, and let's have a look. Just a few light coats to start with. It's quite a warm day, so I think it should dry fairly quickly. And then we'll let that dry for about 10 minutes and give it a second coat. Well, finally back again. I've actually done 3 coats, and it's not too bad. I'm going to have to just rub it down a little bit. I was a bit concerned. It looks like a scratch there, or dent, but I've had a look, and that's actually where the stickers line up to, which actually will make life a bit easy, so that's good. So just a quick gentle rub over, just make that a little bit smoother, but it seems to be okay. So we'll just go ahead and just gently rub that down a bit, and that's coming up smooth. Yeah. It does say on the weather forecast that it's supposed to be sunny at the moment, but it doesn't feel like it, because it's my luck when I do anything like painting for it to pour down with rain. Anyway, I'll slowly get on with this and I'll come back to you in a minute. Right, I've gone over now with the wet and dry, and I've now dried it, washed it again, or cleaned it up. So now it's just ready for this Vauxhall mustard yellow. So we shall start doing that. So bear with me, I'll have to put the mask on. I have shaken it up, so we'll start off with just a few light coats to start with, or one light coat, and then let that dry and then come back to a bit more. So let's see how this goes on. Well, I do apologise. I've done 2 coats of the mustard yellow on here. The wife rung up in the middle of it all, so you've got about half an hour of me speaking to the wife, so I've had to delete that scene. As I'm talking to the wife, I end up with 2 flies landing on it. I tried to get this one out, but it's made a mess, and there's a little bit of paint paint run down there. So before we carry on, I'm just going to use a bit of wet and dry again, and just try and sand these out and the runs, and then we'll give it a go with another coat, and hopefully that will do it. Well, back again. This is now Sunday. I am due to go to work later on. It is a spare, so hopefully I won't have to go in. We had a very fine rain pretty much all day yesterday, so I kind of had to give up. But just at the last knockings in the evening, it did clear up, and I was able to get some clear coat on. So it's come up very well. Now this is the stickers. I got these back in May when I first got the bike. As I mentioned, this little line here, which is on the other one as well, I think is just a guide, the factory, just where the stickers go. Looking at other pictures, they seem to have that round the other way, but I've got a feeling that that goes as a marker there, which fits in perfectly, so I'm going to go with that. And then we've also got the long transfer along the side here, which is designed just to go just along that line there, and it slopes up slightly just to the end there. So we're going to have a go at fitting this. I hope this doesn't go wrong, because the only place I managed to get these from was only had one left in Portugal. So hopefully this will work, and we'll see how we get on. Right, now this is probably not the ideal way of doing this. I'm just going to try and use this line again. This is not the best way of doing it, definitely, but I'm just going to I need to get this straight. So I'm just going to go with it this way. Guess out any little air bubbles. Okay, that's that one. There we go. And the other ones. See if we can do this without messing it up. This is quite possible. Right, there we go. They've got the sticker off now. Let's try and do this as best as possible. Now if this goes wrong, don't tell Jenny, because this will put us way over budget if I have to redo this. So we'll start just on the tip there, and hopefully not lose this on the floor in the meantime. And then just gently follow this line along. There we go. I think these stickers are quite good actually. It's not like the normal ones you have to rub off. As I say, they came from Portugal. I got these when I first bought the bike. This was back in May. So they've been sitting upstairs for ages. And there we go. That seems to follow that contour quite nicely. So we just make sure there's no all the air bubbles out, which we have got here. Squeeze them out. Well, unfortunately that is ruined slightly. There's some air bubbles I can't get out. I don't want to risk taking that off now. There's a small crease there, which is a bit of a shame, because it really does set it off. So I'll have to live with that one for now. Well, there we go. That's what that will look like. So there's a few more things cabling needs to do. We need to get the engine running. I'll show you some of the bits I've got up to recently. So we'll just take this off for now. I had trouble, as you remember, on the last one with this carburetor not going on properly, but all it needs is just need a little bit of a twist, and that's clear everything now. I managed to get this done. This is now working. This is the throttle and the decompression valve down there. That's working. The brakes, I'll move you back just a little bit. The brake cable is all fitted. It's just waiting for the little barrel clamp to go on there, plus the other little bits. I still need to take this off, the brake part, and then that needs to be powder coated, but that won't take too long. back brake is the same. I'm waiting for a new cable though for that inner cable, and also a barrel clamp. The clutch, not the clutch, the choke cable which goes on here, just waiting for another clamp for that one. So once they come we can get all that on, and then I think we're pretty much ready to, well, just get the timing going, and should be alright, hopefully. Well, this is as far as I got yesterday, apart from doing that little bit of clear coating at the end. Excuse me. This is the obviously the other side. It took absolutely ages. So most of the worst of it's off. There's a few little bits which I'm going to need to sand now, and try and get this back to a little bit more smoother, and hopefully, not doing it on camera, it will go on better this side of these stickers. So next time I think we'll probably you know, go for the timing and things like that, and we might be able to go for a start. The only problem we got at the moment is there's no petrol stations open. I wanted a couple of litres for the Honda Stream, and I wanted a couple of litres for the for this Mobylette, but all the garages are closed, and if I go in there with a jerry can they're going to think that I'm stockpiling petrol. So hopefully the garages will reopen shortly properly, and I can get some more fuel. We can go for, hopefully eventually, for a try to get a start on that. I bet it doesn't work, but we go for a try and get a start, and I'll just get on and finish this one off for the other side, and I'll see you next time. Oh, here we are. Jenny's in the usual position. She's slightly stressed by the few air bubbles in the side decals. Hopefully the next side will go a little bit more smooth than that. Usually does when you're not on camera. So hopefully next time, if I can get some petrol, we'll try and get the timing done and check a few of the electrics, and then we may, all being well, go for a start. So until then, from Jenny and myself, please take care out there, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.